Hey, what's up, YouTube? So my son called me the other day and he's like, hey, Dad, you should do a video about NFTs. And I thought to myself, what in the heck is an NFT? So I did a little research. I figured out what an NFT is. And I'm going to try to share with you what I found out. And then I'll share with you at the end of the video whether or not I'll ever be buying an NFT. My name is Paris Clough, and this is Financial Self-Reliance. On this channel, we talk about the mindsets and the skill sets of the wealthy so that you can learn how to manage, protect, and grow your money. If that sounds like the kind of channel, the kind of community you want to be a part of, go ahead and hit the like button, hit subscribe so that you don't miss any of the content that I produce, and let's get started. Okay, so I did a little bit of research as to what an NFT is, and I typed in, what is an NFT? And I got way more information than I ever wanted to read about what an NFT is. But I did find one article that I think might be of some assistance to helping us understand what in the world an NFT. And just so you know, it's N as in Nancy, F as in Frank, T as in Tom, NFT. And so we're going to talk about some of the basics first. What is NFT? What does it stand for? Well, it stands for Non Fungible Token. To me, when I heard fungible, I was like, was that fungus or something like that? Who comes up with these names anyways? So I used this article from The Verge to kind of base my information on what I found, what I learned about what an NFT is and how it works and kind of the value of them and why they're becoming so popular and some of these other things. A non-fungible token more or less means that it is unique and can't be replaced with something else. For example, a Bitcoin is fungible. Trade one for another Bitcoin and you'll have exactly the same thing. A one-of-a-kind trading card, however, is non-fungible. If you traded it for a different card, you'd have something completely different. You gave up a Squirtle and got a 1909 T206 Honus Wagner, which Stadium Talk calls the Mona Lisa of baseball cards. So basically how NFTs work is NFTs are basically digital versions of artwork, music, or some other thing. Could really be anything, but it's based off of the Ethereum blockchain. There are a lot of things that you can do with Ethereum, so that's why it's really popular right now, because it's pretty flexible and it's pretty open, and there's just so many different things that people are finding that they can use it for and to do things with. What's crazy is that artists can produce something and then they can sell it as an NFT, and then collectors or people who buy art can buy that art, have exclusive rights to the original copy of that. However, things being digital, there's copies that can be made. But just like in real life, if you bought a piece of artwork, you could own the original, and then there's copies that are made that are out there, prints or reprints, if you will. Same thing is true with NFTs. You maybe make a meme or maybe make some kind of picture or something that you make, or even you can do music. And those can be NFTs as well. In fact, you can have videos be NFTs. And so what you do is you sell the rights to the original, and if it's on the Ethereum blockchain, what happens is that it tracks how that NFT is sold and bought and sold over the course of its life, and it can verify, based on blockchain technology, it can verify who the owners are and how many times it's been sold. And somebody who makes artwork can create this NFT and then sell it. Somebody who then buys it as a collector can then own that artwork and then even wait for it to increase in value, should it ever increase in value for some reason. Then they can sell it again, and that will keep track. All of that gets tracked on the Ethereum blockchain. So there's a lot of people that are saying that this is a very viable way to do art collecting because it can be verified all through the blockchain, which technically I don't understand entirely as well myself. I'm not one of those technical skilled guys. There's other channels. If you want to know more about the blockchain, go ahead and watch those. So apparently people are paying a lot of money for these NFTs right now. In fact, somebody's paid $390,000 for a 50-second video by Grimes. Somebody else paid $6.6 million for a video by Webull. And that's a lot of money for something that's digital. I guess people are really excited about these NFTs, and they're getting in on the newness of it and trying to make, I don't know, some kind of investment. This Gucci Ghost apparently sold for $3,600. It does move, so I guess there's some value in it there. But other than that, I don't know that I would ever pay $3,600 for that. Would you pay $3,600 for that? Put in the link below if you'd pay $3,600 for that Gucci Ghost. I don't understand the hype around these things, to be honest with you. Apparently you can buy and get a Logan Paul. It looks like looks to me like a Pokemon card. I don't know what this even is, but somebody apparently put together some kind of graphic around Logan Paul and his fight when he had with Floyd Mayweather. So if you want to have a Pokemon styled picture, digital picture by the way, of Logan Paul punching through the air with lightning, go for it. More power to you. Apparently this one sold for $17,000. If you look down here, it says, "You've activated my trap card," which sold for $17,000 by Logan Paul. This has got to be people who have money to burn, just sitting there doing nothing. I don't understand who would pay $17,000 for something like that. Anyways, again, NFTs. These kids are doing crazy things nowadays with their money. But it gets worse, actually better, worse. I don't know which way you want to look at it, but I don't think this is better. So here we go. Apparently this guy says that he spent $46,300 on a rock, or a picture of a rock. It wasn't even a real rock. It's a picture of a rock that he spent $46,000 or 15F. See, this is what happens when a bunch of kids or millennials or people buy, $500-600 Ethereums and or $700,000-800,000 Bitcoins, and then they go to 60,000, or Ethereum right now is trading right around 4,000, and now they've made so much money they don't know what to do with it. They're making dumb decisions. That's my opinion here. Now this is a dumb decision. If I was going to take $46,000 and put it into something, I'd buy a real rock, like gold, like real tangible gold, silver, something like that, something that I could hold in my hands, not a picture of a rock. This is what this guy says. I don't understand. I think it could end up being one of the best investments I make since getting into crypto. It just doesn't make any sense. In fact, when I told my son that I'll go ahead and do an NFT video, but it's going to be a video about how dumb these things are and how I would never get involved with them. So here's a section that says, what do the youth think of them? Ah, yes, excellent question. Apparently an 18-year-old who goes by the name of Ferocious, it sounds like a very ferocious name. Shouldn't be messing with this guy. He's probably pretty serious. Anyways, his NFT drops have netted over $17 million. Now, I hope this guy's sold a lot of them, because if you were buying one or two or three and that was a total of 17 million, people are paying way too much for these NFTs. But apparently you can make a lot of money. You can literally take anything and create it into an NFT, and you can sell it and make a bunch of money. Now, I don't know who's buying these things, and I don't know what's going to happen when they do buy them. But the reality is that if things go up in value over time, you better hope that this is going to go up in value and that this hype around these things is going to stay and it's going to continue to grow, because if not, you're going to put a ton of money into something that's literally going to be worthless in a little while. I don't invest in things that have this kind of risk. This is, to me, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Would you invest in NFTs? Does that sound like something that you would be involved in or want to be involved in? Put a comment below if you feel like NFTs are the deal and the next generation of investing, or the next big thing to get your money put into. Because I don't think that NFTs have anything to do with anything about the future growth of anything. In fact, just to be clear, I personally am not going to invest in NFTs. If you want to invest in NFTs, make sure it's only a small portion of your whole overall portfolio. I'm really reticent even to continue to invest in blockchain and to continue to invest into cryptocurrencies. One of the reasons why is because there's a significant threat that there could be an EMP to the world and the country. And with EMPs and the internet going down, we could have all those digital currencies and all those digital things lost forever. And you just spent a bunch of actual money to purchase something that's going to be completely, or could be completely wiped out if we have an EMP attack, or if the grid goes down, if the internet goes down. And these are legitimate concerns, legitimate things that you should be worried about. One of the reasons why I have such a significant amount of my portfolio, I want to continue to grow my portfolio, of course, but I want to have 20% of my portfolio in tangible assets. I literally have tangible gold and silver as 20% of my portfolio. Well, I only have 5% of my portfolio right now as Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. And NFT is not going to be in that 5%. If I'm going to buy anything on the crypto market, it's going to be Bitcoins and Ethereums and other things that I know have a little bit more stability. And then as soon as I have some growth in that, I'll probably cash out and walk away. See, we can't time the market. Nobody knows if there's going to be an EMP tomorrow. Nobody knows if World War III is going to start. But with what's going on with Russia and Ukraine right now, World War III is knocking at the door about every couple years nowadays, and one of these times it's going to kick off. And one of the big things that they're talking about is nukes and EMPs, and China has the capability of doing that. So if you hit an EMP, that means all your blockchain, all your NFTs, all your digital whatever currencies, they're pretty much gone. I mean, you could store them offline in a wallet, but what happens when you got to wait till the electricity comes back on? You got to wait until there's power again in order to be able to access your wallet. I just don't understand this whole idea of putting everything online. It just, to me, it just screams of all your eggs in one basket, and that basket can have a hole in it. And so diversity is what I'm all about. I hope you guys get it. I hope you understand what I'm talking about. If you want to buy NFTs, if you want to buy cryptocurrencies, do it, go for it. But have that only be a small portion of your portfolio. Get into stocks as well, get into mutual funds. Those could go down too. An EMP, a third world war attack, a nuclear bomb, stocks, mutual, the whole market goes down. That's one of the reasons why I highly recommend having food storage, having resources, having gold and silver, having tradable items that you can trade as well. Because if anything like that happens, you're prepared and you're ready to go. If it doesn't happen, what's wrong with having gold and silver? Gold and silver is a great investment. It has been for thousands of years. It keeps up with inflation. It's a great hedge against inflation. Gold and silver is always a good investment. Stocks, mutual funds, and other things, EFTs, great investments as well. Have been proven to show over time that they can maintain their worth and grow their worth. NFTs, I'm not convinced. If you think you've got some videos or some information that might convince me, go ahead and put it in the comments below. But otherwise, no NFTs for me. I'm not going to go for it. I'm going to stick with what I know and what's proven over years. And if by some chance these NFTs are around still in 4 or 5 years, 6, 10 years, whatever, maybe I'll get involved. If it's a good investment today, it'll be a good investment tomorrow. Yeah, will I miss out on a little bit of the growth? Sure. But whatever the growth is when I get in to whenever I sell, I'll participate in that growth. I miss a little bit today, but I get some later on. In the meantime, I'm going to keep my money in gold and silver, a little bit of Bitcoin, and the majority of it in stocks and mutual funds and ETFs, and growing my business. Because in growing my business, I'm actually getting a better return on my money because I can go and make more money, which then in turn I can invest. I hope you have a great day. Hope you learned a lot on this video, and we'll see you on the next one.